Oh. Does he have teleportation too? Or just invisibility? We're gonna try and trap this bird. He's making a cage out of his armor. This guy's like a MacGyver. Alien MacGyver. Fly back to John, Maya. I don't know what you're doing right now. They're making a cage or something for her, John.
You were supposed to be resting.
Yeah, I will as soon as I finish this.
I had a great bird's eye view of the valley, but I only saw one of them.
Guess the other guy's just like, can go invisible. That's his thing.
Can I help?
You can get some more rocks about this size. No, make them a little bigger. And round.
Boom, boom. Here comes Captain Invisible.
Are you all right?
Well, it only hurts when I laugh.
Hmm?
It's an old Earth joke.
It's not funny.
Well, it was on Earth.
50 years ago.
Okay, then tell me some old science.
Of course. There was something that, yeah, of course. I keep forgetting that this show is not in the future. Because sometimes Carter will sing a little tune and I'm like, that's pretty old-fashioned, Carter. Come on, you're living in space. But then I forget that they're from 1999. You know? So, of course they know kind of those old tunes. It's a weird combination, this show, of future and past smashed together.
Psychon was a happy place.
That volcano planet.
That's why most of us wouldn't leave it, even when we knew we faced disaster.
Your brother left.
Her brother.
He knew there was no hope when our planet began to boil.
We're going to see him then.
So my brother and 1,000 others went off into uncharted space.
Oh wow. We'll meet them then.
Did they find another planet?
We never heard from him again.
Great.
If the breakup of the planet was inevitable, why didn't Mentor leave?
My father's dream was to restore Psychon.
Mm.
Nobody shared his dream. They all left.
Why did Mentor remain so stubborn?
He was crazy, that guy. He wanted to drain people's brains.
He was in love. My mother's tomb was on Psychon.
Aww.
And he wouldn't leave her.
This is the best scene yet. It's had zero competition.
What about you?
I couldn't let him stay alone.
Uh-oh! I don't see anything.
I don't see anything.
Yeah.
Where's the other guy? Is he just, like, hanging back, waiting to see how this goes?
What about you, Commander? Did you have any brothers?
Yeah, let's get back into your backstory.
Mother, father? You had nobody?
Goldfish?
I had a wife.
Had?
Weren't there any wars on Psychon?
No. Our planet was so rich in resources that there was no separation of classes.
In 1987,
Hmm?
all the hatreds on Earth between races, classes, and religions all came to a head.
Yeah, I remember that.
The war was global and
World War III.
awful.
You mean people killed people just because they were different from each other?
Oh yeah. People suck, Maya.
That's disgusting.
The one virtue of that war is that prejudice was wiped out. People realized if they were going to survive, they would have to work together, accept each other for what they were. So we began to create a brand new, wonderful civilization. But it was too late for my wife. She was a casualty of that war.
What was she like?
She was like Helena.
Aww. Aristocratic. That was what the guy said last time, wasn't it? The time before. Yeah, this guy. Yeah. It's suspicious,
A
isn't it?
weapon. His weapon is still there, but I don't see him.
Throw stuff around him.
He's got to be down there.
I don't see him anywhere.
Come on, let's move back.
He's coming. Why doesn't he just stay invisible? What's the plan, John? Ooh,
We may not be able to see him.
he's up here.
but he's up here somewhere. Maya, you could pick up a scent.
Something with a nose, Maya. Yeah. Good Doug. Oh, I know where he is. I don't even need to smell him. Go, run, Maya, run, Maya, run, Maya. Don't bark, run. Did she get him? He's dead. Did he just slip?
You don't have visual. Can you see it?
That's funny. You don't have visual, can you see
I
it?
do have you on the monitor.
Tony, we can't get a fix on that planet.
And you can't stay out there forever.
Oh, yes, I can. Send another Eagle to refuel me.
Doctor.
It's all right. It's all right. Shh. Hey.
You're okay, John.
What'd I do? Pass out?
No. You fell asleep.
That bad, huh?
It has to be cleaned. I've got to find some water.
How are you going to carry it back to him? Oh, good thinking. Well, this is nice. Yeah, get this muddy water right here. Really, Maya? You just happened to land right next to him? Well, what happens if she just turns into a gorilla right now? That cage busts right open, isn't it? He's got your friend, John. It's just you and him now. Let's finish it. He's taunting you.
Judges of Luton, free her, and I will go down to him.
Ooh.
We will not interfere.
She can keep that form for only an hour. She will be crushed.
Is that titanium, this cage?
It is against the rules of Luton.
The rules of Luton. I say we just blow up. Why don't we blow up this planet, John? I don't like it. Weather's wild today, isn't it, John? It was sunny when you were talking to Maya, now it's all misty. Never know what to wear on these away missions. I like this guy. There's no way John has enough strength to run this guy through with this.
Refueling Eagle coming alongside.
Refueling Eagle is carrying relief pilot.
I don't want a relief pilot. All I want is refueling.
Let your relief take over.
No way, Helena. One of us taking this risk is all that Alpha can afford.
Yeah. I won't let what happened to Victor and Paul happen to anyone else.
How long do you expect to stay there?
Forever, if I have to.
He's real determined. Oh, it's sunny again, John. Not a cloud in the sky. Well, except for that one. Whoa, John. He's pretty goofy, isn't he? He thinks he can get you with this big log and his rocks. You took a phaser blast. Another rock for your collection, John.
We're fools if we fight.
Yeah,
I don't want to kill you,
he can speak.
but I must.
He wants to get off the planet, John.
You understand me? Let her out of the cage. She'll be crushed.
It is regrettable, but necessary that you both die so that I may live.
Yeah, he's got a family to get back to, John. Unlike you. He's got a bigger club than you. Oh, he threw it at him. He was carrying it all episode just to throw it like that. Oh, nice, John. Oh, he hit his head in a rock and he died. Get her, quick, John. Good thing she can't turn into like a little beetle and just crawl out. Hey, you're alive, buddy. Finish it. Hey, look, it's just like Arena, isn't it? Have you seen that episode? If you haven't seen that episode of Star Trek, get out of here. Don't even watch the rest of this episode. I'm just gonna crap all over it when we finish it. Except for that tender scene between John and Maya, where they went into their backstories. Except for that part. But anyway, yeah, Arena. It's gonna be like Arena, right? where John's going to spare this guy's life. And then the trees of Luton are going to be like, you have spared a life. Therefore, you have earned our respect, and we shall let you go free. Here, we will let Tony land and collect you. But don't step foot on our planet again. God damn it. Or we'll eat you up. We kill all the dinosaurs and we'll kill you too. Get out of here. The end.
Kill!
Oh, there you are. Throw it away, John.
No! You are the criminals! You could have stopped us before we tore plants!
Yeah, it's true.
You have defeated the enemy. You are free.
You would like everything here to die to satisfy your lust for death!
Huh?
Hear me! Listen!
Are we having a revolt or something? A revolution. The plants are taking control. They don't want these tree overlords anymore. I don't know.
Go! Go! You are free!
Great. Can everybody quieten down now, please? Hey Tony, can you see the planet now?
According to my inboard computer, I'm at the planet.
Whoa! That's scary. You almost killed a few trees there, Tony.
Okay, Alpha, I found the planet.
Moonbase Alpha to Commander Koenig.
They're letting Alpha make contact.
Anything to get rid of us before we start an uprising.
Yeah. Oh! Smash it, John.
You thought that might cheer me up after our ordeal.
So we gave you a plan.
Damn it, Tony.
Do me a favor. While I'm around, never pick a flower.
Yep.
Back to hydroponic.
We're complete pacifists now. No flower picking on any other planet. Oh, yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Do you know the way this episode's all about John and Maya? Well, in the last episode, they were off doing nothing. Remember? For that whole episode, they just took that episode off. So, yeah, that makes sense. They were in this one, but not last one. Yeah. I've been looking for I'm trying to find the voice of the Lutons. I can't find it. He didn't show up in the credits, as far as I can see. But the voice seems familiar to me. So maybe if you either know who it is or you recognize the voice, maybe it's one of our cast members or something. But you tell me. You give me your best guess. I'm still gonna look, but can't find it. Ah, here we are. It's the guy at the end. The alien at the end, the one who could speak to them. He was also doing the voice for the Luton people. I had to dig deep into the trivia. Now, this episode. A lot like Arena, in its construction, in that there are people fighting to the death, and some sort of overseer seeing the whole thing, putting it together, arranging it, and setting the rules of it, in a way. And then passing judgment afterwards. Interesting little wrinkle, jumping right to the end. The leaders of Luton, those 3 trees, they're not overly popular on this planet. You can see the masses of plants kind of objecting to what was going on. Weren't they? You know, they had the same objections I had. You know, what is the... We're going to let the person who murders everybody else go free? You're accused of murder, and the way to get out of it is to murder even more? That doesn't seem to make any sense. These are the rules of Luton. It's so weird hearing Luton pronounced that way. Yeah, you can pronounce words all sorts of ways, but not when they're place names. I don't know. There were a lot of contrivances this time, sort of. A lot of... Like, we had 3 people we had to kill. We didn't kill any of them, really. The first guy drowned. I don't know what happened there. He fell into the water. We pushed him back. And he couldn't swim. And we didn't try to save him. And he couldn't teleport. We decided that his teleportation was a one-time only deal. You know, we kind of intuited that. Now, Mr. Invisible, he could go invisible any number of times he wanted to. A million times if he wanted to, and he could stay invisible. And he died. A dog barked at him, and he tripped, and he died falling down a ledge. You know? That's two people that could have caused real problems for us, that just sort of got dismissed so easily. And then John, who's been carrying this rock formation with him, struggling. Like Maya could turn into a gorilla and just carry it for him. But no, John's like, oh, I must carry this weapon with me. Can barely breathe. Passes out and is delirious for half the episode. But he must carry it. He's carrying it down. He's in final conflict with this guy. He chucks it at him. And that's it. You know, it kind of misses him. Or maybe just bounces a little off him. Has no effect. That whole thing, every time you watch this episode now, you see John carrying that thing. It's a complete waste of time. But his cool little rocks contraption, he manages to somehow have the skill to throw it exactly at him so that it goes around his legs, trips him up, and then he hits his head on a rock. It's so silly. It's so silly. There's no conflict. There's no fight. There's no anything in this episode. And yeah, John refuses to kill him. I did think that was part of the tree's plan all along, like the Metrons, but I guess they changed it up a bit, so that they did not have a change of mind. Really, they were kind of forced into letting everybody go. They let the other guy go too. They said some nonsense about, you have defeated them, you may go free. Like, what was that line? There were a few lines of dialogue in this episode that were just like, what? Who talks like that? Why are you talking like that? And there were a few moments where John and Maya, it was like we were setting up something between them. You know, they still have a bit of a hangover from the New Adam, New Eve, when they made their special connection. They kissed in that episode, if you remember. The Doc and Tony too. But yeah, for an episode about, you know, fighting aliens, we didn't actually fight any of them, really. And the chase sequences were kind of funny too, because the three aliens were just kind of lumbering along. You know? Ooh! A bloody rag. We're on the right track. And then the one guy, he's like, I must take off my armor and construct a little cage. If I see that bird again, and it lands right next to me, oh, this bird's getting in this cage. Maya's like, I must go look for water. He must be hanging out by the water. He's like, I've seen that injury. He'll need water at some point. And this is the only puddle of water on the planet. She gotta land right here. And the cage is so strong that if she turns into a bigger form of herself, you know, she's completely crushed. She'll be sliced by the bars. Now, I don't know if we've seen Maya transform from one animal into another animal without going back to her Maya form, because otherwise she could have just transformed into a little beetle and crawled out of the cage and then, you know, because he wasn't like, you could say, oh, you just crushed the beetle, but he wasn't by that cage all the time, especially not at the end. And then I do think when she turned back into Maya, she was kind of, the part of the cage was still around her, sort of. You can kind of see it bounce off her, which is kind of funny. Meanwhile, back on Moonbase Alpha, it's one of those episodes where they're mostly doing nothing, checking screens, communicating. Tony did the best he could with what he was given. he was the, I'm going to get him no matter what. I'm going to stay out here till all of eternity. You're going to refuel me till all eternity until I get these two back. I said I'd be back for them, and by God, I'm not sleeping, I'm not drinking, I'm not eating until I find them again. He almost flew himself right into the planet. He got so close, didn't he? That would have scared me too, if the planet just suddenly appeared. I was expecting a big, large planet appearing right in front of him. I didn't expect it to be in the atmosphere, literally about to crash. So that was kind of cool. But the best scene in the episode is a scene that could have been in any episode. Just John and Maya getting to know each other. We got to know about Maya's brother, who set off on a spaceship with like 1,000 other people, and we've never seen them since. Now, that seems to me like a story that they could have filmed. And maybe we'll see that, and maybe we won't. Maybe we were going to plan it for season 3 or 4. Or maybe it'll magically turn up in season 2. But they did plant the seed. We also heard about John's wife, who died in the World War III in 1987. The same year that Buck Rogers went up into space. On the last of NASA's deep space probes, if you recall, from the intro. I know all the intros. I've never seen the shows. I can just hear it. The year is 1987. I can just hear that. But yeah, good thing Buck got off the planet, because big war happened just in that 1 year. It wasn't like a long affair. Just in 1987. Because then 12 years later we're on the moon and we're doing science stuff and we're blasting off and... You know? So long, Earth. Have fun with your desolate wasteland of no nature for all of time. That's another thing I didn't like about that episode. You know that episode that people say is one of the best of season 2? With Moonbase, Texas? I just don't like that the Earth is completely uninhabitable, except for these little cities. And I don't like how they phrased it as if it was a positive thing. Who needs nature? You know, at one point. I much preferred the Earth of the 2 Moons episode. You know? Where there was a chance for bringing back life to the planet. You know, even though most of it was irradiated or whatever, it was still like... Still signs of life, still signs that we could get it back to where it was. But in the season 2 episode, it just seems like we just given up. We just didn't care. You know, we're living under futuristic pod cities. And yeah, why don't you come back? It's great here. We got Tetris and everything. So I see that as not what we'll find if we ever get back to Earth, but just some sort of I don't know, alternate planet. You know? My brain doesn't accept it. And because it's Space 1999, I don't have to accept it. Because they're so loose with the rules that we could fall through any sort of anomaly or space rift or time warp and we'll get right back to beautiful Earth. Who knows? Who knows? Nothing else much to say about the episode. Some of the alien design, that guy with the eyes, that seemed familiar, like we'd had that before. Yeah. The screeching of the plants was pretty eerie. Planet looked nice. Apart from that, quarry planet, I'll call it. Nice dinosaur bones, I like that. But a lot of the episode is a bit plodding. You know, when we're just kind of running away. Slowly running away. But what can you do? Well, you could flesh it out a bit. You could write it better. But you could indeed. Next time. All that glisters. So, maybe lots of gold, or maybe not. Maybe no gold at all next time. It's interesting. I'm watching season 2 in the order that it was shown on TV. But maybe we should be watching it based on... Because the Doctor, unlike in season 1, the Doctor is giving an actual star date in almost every single episode. The number of days that have passed. Like in this one it was 800 and something. But we've already had a couple episodes that are into the thousands previously. So maybe there's the Doc's order we should be watching. And maybe that would make more sense. But, look, we got this order. We've committed to the order it was released in, shown on TV. So, that's what we'll do. I'll see you next week for All That Glisters. Get out of here.